I am Fridge. Welcome to episode 75, I think, maybe 76. I'm not sure of what Civilization started over. In the last episode, we saw the continuation of the Civil War in this green country, which ended with this part gaining independence. However, part of it is from the blue country up here, and that part is still going on. Along with that, we saw the red country and this country here invade the pink country. We saw this happen as a result of this. Why am I telling you what happened last episode? Go watch that one. Anyways, though, continuing on into this episode, we'll be starting out by continuing what is going on over here. So we will see the blue country start to push further in. Also, I would like it to be known that I forgot to save after last one and had to redo the map, so if things look different, I think it's the same, but if things look different, that's why. Anyways, though, the blue country will continue to push down along here, and they will also start to push this area out. Meanwhile, this area over here that Caspia has, it will still not move. It will stay like that as Caspia is busy dealing with other things down here. And they're going to successfully push in over here and push all the troops out of here, most of which either surrendered, died, or some of them managed to get on a boat and go back to this country. Continuing on, however, we will see this country start a push towards this major city here. However, with help from some troops from this country here, they will be stopped and quickly pushed back, as Caspia also pushes a little bit over here. Coming back up here, though, we will see this country start to push the blue country out of it as they push along over here. However, the blue country does manage to still hold onto this part for now. However, that might be about to change, as we're going to see this green country up here actually join the war, as they start to push into the blue country in the north, and they will push down over towards this major city and capture it. And this green country, I don't think they've done anything this entire series. I could be wrong. But yeah, now they're pushing into the blue country, and they will also push in over here as well, towards this other major city over here. However, they will not reach it yet. And this is not good for the blue country. It's going to have to send troops up there to deal with it. And now they're fighting a two-front war. Well, I guess three fronts. Or is this? I guess this would just be one big front here. But they're fighting a two-front war just like this country was before this country surrendered, and this country currently is against these two. But with that, we will see Caspia actually send out some more troops in here and start a push towards this major city here. And they surprisingly managed to get pretty far before they get pushed back. However, they will not get pushed back all the way, as they will manage to hold out right here. Meanwhile, down in the south, we will see this area start to lose a bit more. With that, they're going to send in even more troops. They haven't sent in their entire military yet, but now they're going to start sending in a lot more of their military, and that is going to lead to them quickly pushing further in and getting back up towards this major city here and over towards this major city here again, but they won't be able to take either of them yet. However, seeing the troops of this country distracted fighting Caspia, we're going to see a few other countries decide that they want some land from this country, starting off with the red country down here. They're going to send in some troops into these provinces here and do that. they aren't really going to send any troops into any other provinces, just these two, and that's just so they can hook up here. The reason why they aren't sending more troops in, we'll talk about later. However, the other country that is going to be sending troops in is none other than the Caucasian Union. Now, the Caucasian Union was originally the Caucasian Empire, but then it collapsed, and then a lot of the countries that came out after the empire collapsed reunited to form the Caucasian Union, and now they're going to be pushing into the country here, as they once held some of this land here, and they want it back. So they'll start a push in, and they will push down towards this major city here and take it, along with this one here and take it. Meanwhile, over here, with these new pushes, we will see this country get pushed back a little bit. And over here, we will see this country here push the blue country back up, now getting close to taking back this major city, and after a few weeks, they will take it. They will then start a push over here, aiming towards this major city over here, and after some fighting, they will take that major city. Meanwhile, in the north, the green country is continuing to have success as they push further along here, now pushing towards this major city here. However, they will be stopped, and the blue country will start to push them back. As the blue country gets close to taking back this major city. However, over here we will see the green country get right outside this major city here, and they'll also push in a bit over here, probably heading towards this major city here. And we'll also see the Caucasian Union push in over here. This isn't really for land, they might take a few provinces, but it's more so this make sure that the blue country can't win, because that way if the blue country wins, then that could lead to Caspia falling, which could lead to this country having more troops, even though the Caucasian Union is way stronger than this country here. Speaking of which, they are continuing to push in, as they send troops out over here to push towards the capital. They will also push and take this major city here. And they will also send troops in over and take this major city here. Meanwhile, back over here, we will see the blue troops get completely pushed out of this area here, as we now see these troops push up towards this major city over here. However, they won't be able to reach it yet, and they'll also push along here, and so push towards this major city up here, which Caspia will also start pushing towards. Again, Caspia will also send out troops to take this major city over here, which it will go successful. And down in the south, Caspia will successfully push these troops further out, now limiting them to just this one province here, as this country has pulled back a lot of its troops to go deal with, well, the country getting close to taking its capital. However, we're going to move away from this for a little, as we head over to this country here. Now, this country, if we look at the ideology, is a fascist country. Why? This is another outdated layer that I really need to update. This country is fascist, and that means that they want to expand. Now, where are they expanding to? Well, they're going to expand into this yellow country here, as they send... Come on, long layer. As they send troops out into it. Now, of the fascist countries, this one is the weakest. However, they will still have success in the yellow country, as it is a lot weaker than them still, as they push and take this major city here, and send a push up towards the capital. eventually the capital will fall, and following which they will continue to push in, taking another major city, and after that they will sit down with the Yellow country to discuss peace. Neither of them really wanted a long war. So looking at the peace treaty, the Yellow country got out pretty lucky compared to a lot of other peace treaties. They only lost these provinces over here. Now, that's because this country is, well, not that strong, and didn't want to continue fighting, so they just took this. Now, they could have made an argument that they could have taken, like, more, like, up here and down here. Other than that, though, the Yellow country will still remain with the same government. Continuing on, though, this island here, where some countries are meeting up at this island. Now, who are these countries, you might be wondering? Well, one of them is the Red country. That's why they aren't sending troops into war, because their leader is currently visiting this island here. Another country that is there is the South African Union. They have also headed there. Along with that, the United States of South America's leader is there. And also, Italy's leader is there, or Toscana, as they are actually named. But that's not all. We also see that Cyprus's leader is there, which, I mean, Cyprus is an ally with Italy. And also, Japan's leader. Now, Italy holds good relations with, why am I blanking on the name? Korea. And Japan and Korea are not the best of friends, and by that I mean they don't like each other. It's a surprise that Korea hasn't just fully invaded this country yet. Along with that, the Fourth Chinese Empire's leader is there. Also interesting, why is one of my friends meeting with two of my neighbors that I dislike, is what the leader of Korea is thinking. But anyways, the leaders of all those countries all met at this island, and afterwards, Korea is going to ask Toscana about this, and Toscana says that they were just discussing, like, a trade deal, and that it went terrible, and afterwards, the leaders of both Toscana and Japan are going to, like, start insulting each other, saying that the other one is unpleasant, and basically the two countries are hating on each other now. And none of the other countries at this meeting are really going to comment about this. However, it says that there are more countries that are unknown about that were at this meeting. No one really knows who it is, which countries it is. There's theories. Some people believe that maybe this orange country here was actually at that meeting, or maybe that Korea was actually at that meeting, but no one really knows. Anyways, though, continuing on, we'll be heading over here, where we'll be seeing two countries unite, that being this country here, and Louisiana. They're going to unite, and they're actually going to move the capital to Louisiana's capital. Now, if you remember, this country used to be multiple countries that united a while back, and now Louisiana has joined that. So yeah, we see that those countries unite. Anyways, though, moving away from the Americas, because nothing else is interesting is happening there at the moment, we're going to head over to this Yellow country here, who is going to be invading one of its neighbors, and they're going to be invading none other than this purple country here, which would then lead to the entirety of the Circle Alliance. No, I'm joking. That's not what's happening. This country is actually going to be invading this country over here, as they send troops along this, right here. Now, they aren't going to be doing this invading by themselves. They've invited a few other countries to help them. Those being, well, for starters, this green country up here, who wants a few provinces, and also maybe wants a coastline. I mean, what the frick happened over here? What are these dots here? What layer is this on? It's on the major city layer. It's on the province layer? What? How long have these dots been on this map for? Like, how many episodes now? For I know, these dots could have been here. Are these dots? No, that's not on there. Okay, this one's really... These two are in annoying places. Still, that messes up the province. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why there's just random dots on this layer all of a sudden. I mean, I'm never going to complete this. I've basically just given up on it. Because we're on episode 70 now. But I'm still using it. But I'm not going to ever finish it. Anyways, though, this green country, they want quite a bit of land. They want to reach all the way down to this province here, to have a coastline. So they're going to help with this invasion as they send troops in. And we also see this pink country here also send troops in, attacking these two major cities here, and taking both of them. With this country is in a bit of a bad situation as well. They're being invaded from every side, as this country takes all of the area around this lake, and they would like to invade this country here. However, they are part of the Circle Alliance, so that's not really going to happen. And they will also reach over and take this major city here, and reach over towards here and take this major city. Now, this is not good, as they're getting close to the capital already. Along with that, this pink country has now reached over to the lake here, and they have met up. And this entire area falls. As for the green country, they are also making their way along, pushing down towards the lake as well, which they will successfully do, and take this major city here. Along with that, the pink country will push in over here and meet up with them. And with that, we will see the troops from both the green country over here and the yellow country, and also there's pink troops in both these fronts, push towards the capital as they meet up over here outside of it and push and take the capital. With that, this green country is going to go ahead and push into the areas that they want to take, pushing down towards this major city here and eventually taking it. Now they have a coastline. That leaves two major cities left, one of which is being pushed to by the yellow country, and it will be taken. And following that, we will see troops, these being from all three countries here, but I will just use the yellow one, push from over here to the other major city and successfully take it. Following the capture of the final major city, we will see this country surrender, and we can look at a peace treaty. So, you're probably wondering, why did everything become a pink country? Well, the thing is, we actually saw these three countries unite to form one massive country whose goal is to unite all of Africa. And, well, they're actually going to move their capital over to... Let me find the capital there quickly. The capital is actually going to get moved to be in none of these major cities, and actually be in this one right here. Now they did just take this major city from this country here. However, they're putting it there because it's kind of in the center. This one is like the most center, but this one is next to this leg here, so they made it that one. That's where they're going to put the capital. And this country, as I said before, they want to unite all of Africa. Or maybe not all of it, but just a good portion of it. And well, let's just say that South Africa is not a big fan of it because of this. Because for the longest time, they've been like the only like strong country in Africa, but recently we've seen this country show up and this country here show up. And yeah, South Africa is not a big fan of this. Back over to this war over here, where we will see the continuing death of the blue country as these troops push over towards this major city here on both sides. Now again towards it, and they will both push in and take the major city here. And that is not good, as A, a lot of troops are now trapped down here, and B, they're getting close to the capital. Meanwhile, over here, this country will also push out and take this major city. And down here, we will see the troops push out and start to kill a lot of these troops over here. Let's just say that this country here is not really showing much mercy to any of these troops or the civilians living here. And with that, they will take a lot more. Now, Caspia is not going as crazy, but well, they are still committing a few war crimes. Anyways, though, back down here, we will see this country get completely pushed out of Caspia, who has, over the course of the war, started to commit more war crimes following the footsteps of their new ally, and push into this country they will, now taking this major city here. And, well, let's just say that this country is crying as they start to die. And we'll also see the red country over here start to push in even more now that their meeting is done. And they'll push up and take this major city now, and they have sent in, and they're starting to send a lot of troops. And we'll even see their good old ally, this country here, join into the war, as they send out troops over here and take back this area, which they might have owned once. I actually don't remember. I know they've owned land over here. This country's borders have changed a lot over the course of the series, but they are surprisingly doing well, and that's because, well, there's no troops here. They're all up here. But yeah, this country's being invaded from every side, except for you. You're not invading it. Oh wait, what's that? We just have gotten word that Cyprus has joined the war. Well, that's not good. And, well, this major city will be captured pretty quickly after they join. We got even more news. No one else joined the war. Yeah, this pink country just got out of a war with the red country, and they're still rebuilding from that. Plus, they don't want to fight alongside the red country. Anyways, though, head back up here towards the green country. They have now pushed and taken this major city here, and they will take all of this. There was no troops over there. And they are now starting to push towards this major city here, and also they are starting to push towards this one again as well. A lot of the blue troops have now come back down here as well. A push towards their capital is happening from these countries over here as they push towards the capital, cutting off this area here. We will see Caspian troops go out and take this major city here, with their capital in threat. We're going to see the exit of the blue country from this war, which now means that this country will officially be independent from both the green country, this one province they get from Caspia, and these provinces up here get independence from the blue country. However, we still have one more thing to kill, that being this country here, as the fascists in this area start to die, as in the capital and also around it, there's a lot of people fighting back against the fascists. Down here, we'll see an official revolution break out that will reach up and have about half of the capital underneath it, and they will even reach down towards this major city here. And this is basically a democratic revolution that wants to overthrow the fascists in here. And over time, and by over time I mean within like the next few days after it shows up, it will quickly reach out as all the people within this area will join in. And those who have not joined in, well, they're being invaded from like every country that neighbors this, except for this pink one. In fact, the red country will quickly reach up to this new democratic faction. Along with that, Caspia is getting close towards the capital, which, well, we will see the fascists manage to push this democratic revolution out of it. However, over here they lose another major city, and soon after they lose this major city as well, as, well, the Caucasian Union is destroying them, as they have now reached down and meet up with the Democratic faction. Following this, the area over here will completely fall over, and we will now see all three sides, this now with troops from all of the other countries around it. Along with that, the Caspian troops and these other troops all will now reach out and push into the capital. And the fascist leader here will be captured. And the end to fascism in, I think, the entire Middle East now, if I'm correct. If I look at this, I think that was the only fascist country in the Middle East. With this, fascism is pushed out of the Middle East to hopefully never return, they say. Also, just even more things that need changed. These countries have been dead for like months now. Well, years in the Wixo, but months in real life. Anyways, now time for a peace treaty. So, anyways, here we have the peace treaty in which the this country here got independence and it took with it a few more provinces. Caspia got these provinces here from this country and these three down here from this country, and they actually wanted more from this country and they feel like they did deserve more. However, the peace treaty, which was in this city over here, it was decided, no, you only get that. The Caucasian Union, on the other hand, got quite a bit of land, including all of these provinces here, and Cyprus also got a bit of land. This country here got these 4 provinces here, and the red country took these provinces here, connecting up these 2 parts. And in here, there's now a democratic government. Also, this country here is also a theocracy. And speaking of which, this country needs a capital city. They're actually going to be building a new city, which will be right here. And that's actually going to be their capital city. Now, that city, oh, that's not there. This city here did already exist, but they have made it into they have they've built into it a bit more and officially made it possible to be a capital, so that is where they're going to put it. And that's because, well, it's in the middle of the country. That's also where the headquarters of this branch of the religion is. Also, I have the city names open. Anyway, so with that, who's capital is this? Also, I think these dots are back. Yeah, I need to get rid of those again. Anyways, though, this is where the episode will end. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.